Hi, this is Anna Imagination, the Healing Garden. Welcome to Subconscious Dialogues. All right, I feel things calm. And I think I have figured this out, and I'm going, all right, I know what I need to do next. And I'm definitely feeling things much calmer now. So I get frustrated when I need boundaries. So realizing, okay, I just need boundaries. This is my goal. I need to send out this beacon to say, hey, come to the garden. I have this abstract city to embrace the abstract world that needs to live parallel with the material and the physical world, because there's two worlds here, and we're not giving any space or room in our lives for the abstract world. So I'm putting out a beacon. I have my beacons. They're out. I siphon everyone into the garden via my link tree. I need kind of like not quite a sorting, not at all a sorting, but just a welcome mat. Like, hi, welcome to the garden. This concept is really abstract. And this is what we have available for you. Stage 1 needs to be the respite stage. That's the sanctuary stage. And you can stay in that stage indefinitely. The next stage, the next stage is the healing stage. And that's for those who are ready to heal, to understand what's happened to them. They can go through the triadic healing. And the triadic healing has 3 stages to it. And that's the do-it-yourself triadic healing, so you can work through your own trauma under the great understanding of what's been done. And then there's learning how to socialize and relationship with this concept. And then for the cultivators, for people who want to get certification so that they can apply this to their own group. There you go. And then there's the celebration. This is where I live. And I have my own personal community, which I have decided I am just closing off. I just need to close the door on this, because I'm not going to be able to cherry pick or filter through. And I think that's been my problem, is I'm trying to keep the door to my personal community open while filtering all this traffic into the garden. And I can't do that because I'm being overwhelmed. Oh, look, I do feel the feeling overwhelmed. Oh, look at that. There it is. So, and that's where, I see what happens. With me, it almost immediately goes right over to frustration. So I don't feel overwhelmed. I just go right into frustration. And because I'm a controller, I'm right into it going, let's sort this mess. So I'm going to go ahead and close the door to my private community. And I will have to manage that differently, because that's really the issue. I think I'm going to do like an invitation only, because there's just no way around that. I'll have to do invitation only. So I'm going to go ahead and just, that's it. That's it right there. I'm going to have the boundaries, and I'm just going to have the community. And that's Anna's Elite. That's it, bottom line. Anna's Elite. And that's where basically I am. It's my community. It's where I host my events. And I do my healing garden getaways there. My getaway resorts are there. Yeah. And then I have my Dungeons and my Dragons game. That's awesome. And then I have my workshop, my integration workshop on Tuesday nights. There you go. That makes me happy. All right. So that's my celebration of life. And then I have the World Peace Plan, which is World Peace Manifestation. And that is where I also have the round table. There you go. So there's my round table, and there's the World Peace Manifestation, and that's root. All right. That's it right there. So I started going through, I deleted Messenger off my phone. That's a huge already, like, wow, that feels great. And now I'm going through my Facebook and I'm literally removing everyone who is not a personal in real life friend. And that already makes me feel phenomenal. So, and I think that's what happened was the way the Facebook controls are, I think, is if you friend the wrong person, I don't know. I'm all done with that nonsense. I'm done with it. So that's where I'm going to go with this. So the triadic healing and the podcast itself is where I'm just there's a lot of different things happening here with the podcast, and I kind of don't care. It's a combination of story. It's I have story happening here in this space. I have my research, which is what these last 2 days are going on, is me trying to figure this out as I work through the abstract of it. It's where I do my own mental work so I can figure myself out. So you guys can see how it's done. And that's really it. So I have my story side, I have my research side, I have my own personal, yeah, it's my diary basically. It's my journals. Yeah, it's my blog journal. There. Naming is so powerful. Name everything. Oh my God, this is like, yeah. And that's really what I'm working through right now is the self definition. A lot of this is just self definition. So I have also my public speaking. Oh my God, this is really clarifying a lot. So I have my story, I have my research side, and I have my journal side. And yeah, yeah, this is just my philosophical side, which is fine. All right. So now I've got this all. I'm getting this figured out. So as far as the abstract city goes, it needs to focus around basically what's not allowed, which is the abstract concept, the abstract world. And to, oh my God, it feels so good talking about this. The abstract world is basically your imagination. And in the can't doer world, there's this concept that imagination is child's play. And that's the problem is our imagination has been downgraded to this toy. That is a really big problem. Imagination is much more important than it being a toy. And because it is can't doers call it a toy, there's so much abuse happening. And that's really what this is about is the abuse we've endured from our imagination being likened to a toy. And it's not a toy. Holy shit, our imagination is not a toy. It is literally our tool to access the abstract world. And when you are primarily hooked up and linked into this abstract world, and then you're shamed for using the very thing that taps into it, oh my God, do you suffer? I suffered. We've all suffered. And it's a slow death sentence. And that's really it is the concept of imagination has been taken away from us and we've been abused and made to feel ashamed for even using it past a certain age. Oh, well, what are you doing? You're too old to be using your imagination. And that's where a lot of the that is where a lot of the artist and business mindset have come into conflict. And there's no more conflict. In abstract world, there's no more conflict. They're the same thing. They're absolutely vital to each other. And I definitely feel this. And here's the thing, the more I name this, the more I define it, and the more I step into this space, the more good it feels, the more right it feels, the more it feels like I'm finding. I have had so much burden, and the burden is just the expectations and the laws from can't doers. So as I step into this space and I'm going, all right, now that I'm in this space, what needs to go? What is still causing me pain? Expectations. That kind of thinking is hurting me because I'm so, and that's it. I know these last two days, few weeks, give me a few more days. I'm working this out. I know where I am. I know what's happening. I'm remembering. I'm being born here. That's all it is I'm flexing my imagination muscles. And I'm finally in a free space where I can just push everything out and go, all right, it's time to come out now. That's it. It's time to come out. It's time to be seen. And I'm going, what have I been hiding all this time? This has been so hard to just flex your mind, to just expand it out. I felt it. Nothing compares to this. Nothing compares to these feelings. Nothing. Absolutely nothing compares to these feelings. And there's hypothesis and expectations. And then there's the actual reality of being here and feeling it, going, wow, it's nothing like they told us it would be. And that's really what it is. They've told us what it's going to be like when you get here. And then you get here and you're going, wow, everything they told us it was going to be is they were way off. And you feel yourself conforming to the expectations of their hypothesis. And that's the problem. So that once you get here, it's suddenly working to shut off all of this. And it's a freedom. It's definitely a freedom. And it's not comfortable. It's weird because it feels like I'm shedding a skin. It feels just like that. It feels just like that. It feels like I've had this restrictive sleeve over my mind. And I'm finally peeling away the last of it. And my mind is just, finally. And it's like a little bit more. Just give me a little bit more space. And I got wings just like sprawling out of my back, and I can feel them. My fairy wings. And I'm just going, I got it. Just give me a little bit more space. There's more there. And it's just a process of shutting off more and more. And I can feel it. And I really want to teach people how to do this. And it's just, and we have this thing inside of us that tells us we're not supposed to show ourselves. And it's like, oh, but we are. Yeah, it's safe now. It's safe to come out. And when you're the first one out, there's no instruction. I'm writing the instruction books as I journal my path. That's why I journal so much. That's why I blog so much, is because this isn't documented. This is uncharted territory. So you take your mind into the abstract. You push yourself, philosophically speaking, to the point. No longer philosophical. No longer philosophical. And then I was taking a nap earlier and I was thinking things, and I was thinking, what if there was never any material plane to begin with? What if we're all abstract and we created the material physical world to contain our own story? And what if we became enslaved by it? Because that's what I see. I see that we invented a physical world with which to play with. And then we ended up getting stuck here. And that feels right. That feels right. And it's breaking out of that. Breaking out. But you have to silence all the can't doers. You have to silence them. And I'm getting there closer and closer where I'm going, I can hear them, I can feel them now. Every little subtlety they make, every little word they say to me. There's too much noise. And I'm tuning more and more into the universe. I'm tuning more and more into the energy. I'm pulling myself further and further away. And I'm going, no, please, no more. No, I have to hear the universe. And that means I have to silence all the can't doers in my head. And I mean, I have to completely reject them. So I just expand and I push my brain. And this is the pursuit of authenticity. And when we're on this massive pursuit, and it's every sixth perspective and higher knows what I'm talking about. Every sixth perspective and higher can already feel it. So there's a welcome to the healing garden. Welcome to my abstract city. And that's exactly what this is. This is an abstract city because there's an abstract world. And we've been labeled black sheep and you've been thrown away. And when you were thrown away, you've come here and you are here. And that's okay. And we are wandering this massive abstract world, feeling like we don't belong, feeling like there's something out there, feeling like we've just been wandering. And it's not your imagination. It's not at all. Actually, it is your imagination, but your imagination is a lot more powerful than you've been told it is. Your imagination was invalidated. So was mine. Our imaginations were dismissed as toys for children. No, our imaginations are much more than that. Our imaginations are our power. They are our power. And all right, phase one. Phase one. Phase one is going to be the welcome mat. That's where we are right now. Phase one is the welcome mat. Phase one. Phase two is going to be the healing. Now, I've already gone through the healing. I've already gone through the welcome mat. Phase three is the plan to build an abstract world. Except I've already done it. For me, it's already done. That's where I've been for the last 3 years. And phase four is cultivating, teaching others, integrating them from wandering and their journey into my abstract city. And you don't have to stay here. You're more than welcome to go build your own. You're more than welcome to come in and out. You're more than welcome to. No one has to stay here. But if you do want to stay, it's absolutely open to you. And I'm on stage 4. But everyone I speak to is barely at stage 1. When I was 12, I would play games with a friend of mine. How to build your own society. I was 12 playing this game with her. And we would go through all these hypotheticals. Literally, hypotheticals. All right, I have a meeting, so I'm going to let you go. Like, subscribe, follow. Let me know what you love about this. Comment below. Share if you know someone who can use this. And this is a work in progress. Thank you, and may the kindest of words always find you.